All right, happy Tuesday to you this morning, YouTube. This is the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you're here. I just want to make sure my mic was on yesterday. Evidently, it went out on me yesterday. My kids were in and out, screaming and yelling and playing on the slip and slide, and sometimes they forget I'm making a video when I'm doing it. So yeah. Anyway, glad you're here today. We're going to start with Litecoin since that's what got cut out yesterday, and then we'll look at Bitcoin as well. All right. Don't forget, I'm not a financial advisor. All right. Very good. Hey, if you're new here, click the subscribe and hit the notification bell. You get videos every day. I've only missed like one or two in the last several months, so I strive every day to give you an update on Elliott Wave counts for Litecoin and Bitcoin in particular. If you guys ever have a request for any particular coin, let me know and I'll see what I can do to chart it as well. What you'll also get in this channel is just learning how to think through the charts with an Elliott Wave perspective and a good trading perspective as well. So yeah, so let's jump in this morning. Right now, my main count has us finishing the fifth wave. I think the fifth wave is finished. When you have five waves that are finished in a sequence, then that means we're going to go down for a correction. And you can see just kind of if you just kind of look at the proportionality of what's happening here, you see this correction here. This is a substantial correction from a big move. This is a substantial correction as well from a large move. But what I'm seeing is it's going to be a larger correction. Just looking at the proportionality of what's being made, it looks like it's coming down even more, even larger than this move was, which tells me that we're probably in the grander uh, wave two, which right now I just want you to understand if you're trading and you're looking for buy opportunities, really you should be looking for shorting opportunities at this stage, in my opinion. Um, Especially once we break this low right here, it'll be confirmed. I mean, everything's to me it's pretty confirmed just looking at it. But the definite confirmation of a downside move is going to be breaking this low. We're going to have a strong push to the downside once we break this last low. So that's once we break 110. Once 110 is broken, then you can feel very strong for shorting opportunities. Now, if you say I'm not on an exchange where you can short, then what you do is if you look for buy opportunities of the dips. But listen, there's just going to be small bounces. Okay, so you're not going to play big large moves. You're going to just play several dollar bounces. Okay. So be careful as you're trading like that. Okay. Now, um, let's take a peek. I just turned my mic off for a second. I coughed, and let me make sure it's back on. Yep, there we go. Okay, I'm paranoid now. All right, let's jump into. So yeah, we're in the fifth wave. It looks like we're coming down. Let's just jump into this right here and see what this count is looking like from a closer perspective. Now, my count up to this point has been a WXY that we're going to be making, which a WXY is a double correction. It's a double ABC. It could be basically it's a double correction. That looks. I showed it yesterday. I'll show it one more time today. Um, WXY. You have an X wave generally as a failed wave. The W wave is just going to be basically an ABC, and uh, then your Y wave is going to be another ABC, roughly something like that. Okay, so that's what we're looking for, and that's what I think we have going on. The other option about what's going on right now is it's just a very large ABC. Problem I have with that, it just the shape of this first ABC is odd. Now, if this isn't the ABC, then that's what's the problem with my idea. This could be a 1, 2, and then we're going down for the third wave. I don't think that's the case, but it's a possibility. We do have a higher high here, and so there's two possibilities here. This was the end of the fifth wave. The problem I have with that is the measurements don't play out. This doesn't measure properly for a motive wave to be the finished wave. It's truncated. It doesn't measure properly. It measures more like an ABC. So that's why I'm thinking this was ABC. Even though this is a higher high, this is what we call when you have a higher B, when B goes higher than where the A originated, and then that's called an expanded flat, especially when price continues down. So that's what we have here is an expanded flat. That's what I believe. So let's throw the fibs on this. Let's just measure what we have and get some price targets. Okay. So this would be basically our first ABC. This is our X wave. Okay. And then we are coming down here. Okay. So here's the one-to-one extension at $100. Here's the 1276 at $90. Okay. So we're looking at a discount of at least $100 to $90. As our discount. Now, if my count is incorrect, and this isn't a WXY, and I'm wrong, let's just entertain that possibility. Okay, that means the top of the wave was here. Sorry, let me. I don't want here. Let me get the fibs off there. There we go. Not the fibs, the RSI off. If this was a one wave here, I guess it could be, and this was our two, then that means we're coming down for 3, 4, 5. And man, that's going to be a steep correction, y'all. I don't feel like that's the case. I don't think that's the case, but we're coming down here to $75 for the 1618 for the third wave. So in order to let me show you what that looks like here. Just kind of bring this over here a little bit. There we go. So the third wave should come down in 5 waves. If this is the case, I don't feel like it's the case, but it could be the case. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be 3 waves coming down here. So it's going to be choppy, but it's going to come down here to the 75. It's going to make its way down to $75. That's a potential. Just want you to be aware of it. Okay, it's an unlikely potential in my mind, but it is a potential nonetheless. After that, what would you expect if that's the case? If that, as we entertain this, um, is the case, well, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be coming down here, even lower. We'd be in the $60 range, and that would just be the first wave. That would just be the one wave. That would be followed by a two wave, or that would be the A wave followed by a B wave and then a C wave to even down. That just doesn't even look right. It doesn't even make sense. I'm not going to entertain that a whole lot more. I'm not going to waste my time on that too much. So yeah, if we break, so how do we know which one's in play? Basically, if we break $90, if we break 90, then I gotta have to go back and relook at that our count. Okay, so I'll look at it then when we break $90. If we break that, so look at I've got two lines of death down here. You can see the yellow lines of death. One's at $100 and one's at 80. One's at 99. One's at 89. So we break those lines, then we're going down even further. I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for that. But who's to say? Who is to say? We don't know. All right, that's what I'm looking for right now. Let's look at this wave in particular and see if there's anything to trade that might be looking good. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. This is the very current wave here, and see what we can see. You can see how we have these really fast pushes to the upside, then we have these downside moves after that. Don't be fooled by these fast moves to the upside right now. Don't be fooled by them, okay? I mean, you got one here, and then we came down. We got one here. We got one. I mean, so just watch out, okay? A lot of these moves to the upside are going to be very short-lived and temporary. Okay, we do seem to be making a little bit of a rounded bottom here. This may be a decent little entry point right here for a wave to catch, unless it comes down. But let's measure that and see what that would give us. We wouldn't be looking for anything more than about I don't know, 121 maybe. That's if it's corrective. Well, we may have to come up here um, for a B wave. So this could be A coming up for B, and then going down for C. If that's the case, we might be looking higher. So um, potential. Be aware of that. Yeah, that's a potential. This could be a 4. See, this is hard to count because that broke this high, but this could be, yeah, that's not 1 2. This would be a 1 2, 1 2 3 4 Five, there's three, four, five. Yeah, there's 5 waves in, guys. This might be a decent entry point right now. If you haven't entered already, might be a decent entry for a short ride to the upside, and we'd have to see the waves being formed in order to figure that out. So yeah, that might be a decent entry. So what do you do if you want to enter here? Enter and then set a stop under this low right here. Set a stop. It's a crappy entry because it's at 117 right now. It's a $5 stop. That's no good for me. I don't enjoy entering trades like that. Man, especially when they start going against me. So I wouldn't advise it, but and I'm not advising it. I'm just saying that it's potential based on the wave shape that this is looking at. This could easily just come on down right here, but um, yeah, we did have kind of a rounded bottom here. We kind of went up and then boom. So if we don't break this high, if we don't break that high, then yeah, it's going to go down. Obviously. Okay, let's look at BTC real quick. See what we see there. Yeah, that's just looking more to the downside. Again, just nothing new from yesterday. You can look at yesterday's video. Everything's looking good. It's looking good for the downside still. We might have a small push up here to the 4 wave and then coming down for the 5th wave here for our WXY. So be aware of that. My target there is still $88. We do have a target down here of $78. Excuse me, $8,800. We do have a target down here of $7,800. So I want you to be aware of that. All right, I'm not going to spend any time on Bitcoin. You look at yesterday's video for an in-depth look at it. Sorry about the volume yesterday, but yeah, we'll keep on rocking. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all the stuff YouTube likes. Help me build the channel if you like what's going on, and if you like the channel, let me know in the comments. If there's anything you want to see or anything you want to know about, let me know. But until then, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.